We have, as a matter of fact, already brought a couple of technologies which have been just introduced. In fact, some of our tires have been launched in last week. There are two fronts. One is the extra mileage tire. The LM, we call it XLM series. They give extraordinarily 15 to 20% extra mileage. As you heard today, also some discussions, the logistic companies are seeking for more mileage rather than overloads and so on. So they will deliver that last mile connectivity in extra mileage. So that chain range we have already introduced. The other range we have introduced is fuel efficient tires. That means you get with lesser fuel, you have better mileage and economy. So in fact, these are the two latest in the commercial space that we have recently introduced, very recently, and they should go a long way in taking forward the industry trend. You see that couple of things. One is, if I talk separately on urban and rural, in the urban areas, we are introducing and increasing more and more points of contact, which is dealer network, the general dealer network, as well as our branded shops. We have a huge chain of branded shops. So that is one. Secondly, we strongly believe that it is ultimately the service or the quality of service which is going to be differentiating my brand. And we have introduced a whole lot of services to our customers, including perhaps we are the lead company in India doing fleet service. We've adopted fleets. The more than 1,000 fleets we have adopted. And some of the fleets vary from 1,400 trucks to maybe anything between 400 to 500 trucks. And we are servicing them. Our people are attending to them, their tires, and make sure that their life is optimized, fuel efficiencies are maximized, and so on. So these people, these truck owners, are extremely happy. In fact, we had a conference recently, and some of them said, "You have taken care of our headache of maintenance and deriving." So, service. My short point is, it's the service differentiation which is going to drive in competition. You are right. We are very small. We just entered two-wheeler a couple of years back, and we have barely 7% of the market share, as a matter of fact. But within that, we have created space for ourselves in two senses. One is by offering a better product, better performing product, so to say, a premium product. So that's one. Our product is known by Blaze, in the series of Blaze. And secondly, as far as the second part is concerned, we do want to increase our presence. At the moment, further investment by ourselves is not on the books, but we are optimizing output and extracting more volume out of our equipment. And we are also supplementing by some outsourcing. We already have undertaken investments, because I might connect it that in 2018 we had announced and our board had approved 700 crore investment in expansion of our truck line. But immediately in 2018, if you remember, came in the slowdown in the CV industry thanks to the BS6 and so on and so forth. And the whole auto industry went in for a spin at that juncture. At that point, we stopped that expansion. And in fact, whole plant was ordered, but some equipment we could retrieve, most of it we could cancel, some we had to incur, of course. So we had postponed that. And looking back, then came the COVID, incidentally. So looking back, no regrets. I think we were wise in hindsight. But so now that, if I may say, postponed investment is now taking shape, and we have already undertaking investment one after the other. And in all, about in the next 3 years' time, we are talking about nearly 1,500 odd crores of investment. This year, we have almost doubled the export from last year. Going forward, the markets in Europe and US in particular, which is our major market, have challenges. So at least it will maybe plateau off or a nominal growth. But export is an important agenda for us. In global markets, for instance, one of our largest markets is the US. So we are not competing with Chinese. No, there's a different price bracket. We are competing in the first two categories, the premium and the second premium. Premium being only 2 or 3 global branded tires. So we are competing in that category. So our prices are higher than theirs. And so is our quality and performance. We are doing it through our center here. We have established, I do not know whether you are aware, we have established a center of excellence as high-graded R&D center. That center is our hub center for technology, and it is catering to the global markets. In addition to that, we have some consultants in the global arena. I mean, we provide inputs from time to time, but we have invested sufficiently here, so that we don't necessarily need a center there. But having said that, even in Mexico, we have a product development center, which is operating and servicing not only the local market, but even the peripheral markets like US and so on. Not recycled material is we are pursuing that in order to economize and also make it a little more greener in certain respect. That we have been working with, and we are, as Dr. Mukhopadhyay told you, we are increasing gradually every year. That is one part of the story. The second is life cycle management of the tires, which the government is wanting us to do, and that is still working very closely with the government, the industry, and we are trying to define the rules of the game, if you like, that who should do what. Because ultimately, look, what are we, means tire companies doing? We are producing tires. And in the process of producing tires, if I am generating carbon dioxide and or pollution, that's my responsibility. What do I do with the tires? I sell it in the market. Who is using it? You are using it. I am using it as a customer. So whose responsibility is that of the carbon dioxide emitted from there? Yours and mine, as a consumer. So that's a bit of a line to be drawn there. And that's exactly what we are pleading with the government to make them appreciate. Incidentally, in Europe and USA, it is the consumer whose responsibility it is to pay for the recycle or carbon X emission. And in fact, they are paying X amount extra for their purpose.